Yo, what is up, Mexit planners? One of the biggest questions I get is, should you bring your car to Merida, Mexico? I know one couple that's driven from all the way from Georgia, all the way down and around and then back again to Merida, Mexico. It was absolutely crazy. Now for them, they were fluent in Spanish, which absolutely helped, but they did run into some hiccups. So I would absolutely recommend that you do not bring your car to Mexico. I make that recommendation for a couple of reasons. One is there's a ton of quality cars available. They've all been serviced at the dealership. You get them 5 years later, the depreciation's already kicked in, and so you're getting a good car at a good price. So that's the first reason. Secondly, depending on your residency status, if you are a tourist visa, on a tourist visa, then you have to take that car in and out of Mexico every 6 months. Merida is not exactly the easiest place to get to by plane. It's the farthest most point within Mexico, or in terms of the Yucatan Peninsula. It's way south, right? And so you have to drive all the way back to the north in order to get out, and that's not exactly easy to do. You would have to take your car in and out of Mexico every 6 months if you're here on a tourist visa. Thirdly, there are only certain types of cars. If you're here on a temporary residency, you can bring your car in as long as you are a temporary resident. But there are certain types of vehicles which they'll allow to stay in Mexico. What I mean by that is, once your temporary residency expires and you become a permanent resident after 4 years, your car must have a Mexican VIN number, or be a car that was made in Mexico based on its VIN number. And it must be either brand new or 10 years old. And so there's a lot of stipulations, and it's really just not worth it. You would have to pay import taxes in order to, based on the value of what that car is here in Mexico, and it's just really not worth it in order to bring a car in. I highly, strongly recommend that you sell your car and buy a new one in Mexico. Now that's exactly what we did. We sold our last car that we had in the States to CarMax. It took about an hour and a half. We drove the car to CarMax, they did an appraisal, and they wrote us a check. About an hour and a half process. The price that we got for the car that we had in the States paid for our new car here in Mexico. And so it paid for the car and insurance for the year in Mexico. So it was and we got a much larger vehicle. We had a small hatchback Hyundai Elantra GT back in the States, and we got an SUV here, mid-size SUV here in Mexico. So I would highly recommend that you do not bring your car, but you buy a car in Mexico. Hey, I wanted to just take a second to thank you guys for spending the time and giving me the honor of your attention. If you haven't subscribed, please do me a favor and subscribe to our channel. I want to make sure we're making great content for you, things that you want to see. So if there's something that you really want to know about, leave a comment in the comment section and let me know. Until next time, Mexit Plan Monty, I'm out.